Welcome to part 2 of our CloudWatch series on CloudOps Central. This time we're working in the development account of my AWS organization to show the manual setup process, where we will be using the console instead of CloudFormation. If you notice, I am using an organizational account. I have a management account, a development account, a production account, and a sysops account. All of these accounts can be centrally managed through the one management account, and CloudWatch will help us to manage these accounts. You can set up CloudWatch on each individual account, set an administrator over those accounts, and then you can have a centralized account where you can use both CloudWatch and CloudTrail to manage and monitor your accounts to make sure that they are running smoothly and that they do adhere to cybersecurity best practices. I am James at jamesking.info, where you can catch my latest videos, or you can catch me on cloudopscentral.net and then CloudOps Central on YouTube as well. So let's go ahead, head on over to our AWS account, and we will get started. Alright, the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to launch an EC2 instance through the console. We're not going to use CloudFormation this time. I can use my recently visited links, or I can go up here to the search bar, type in EC2, where we will go ahead, select EC2, and design a new EC2 instance. In this particular case, we want to launch an instance. We're going to give it a name, and let's just call this CloudWatch EC2, just to be on the safe side. We're going to stick with the defaults. We do want to use the free tier. If you're learning AWS, using the free tier is the best way to do it. If you just want to test things out, using the free tier is best as well. That way, if you forget to turn something off by accident, you can at least get it free until the next time you log in and realize you forgot to turn it off. So we are going to stick with the defaults, Amazon Linux with our Amazon Machine instance, our T2 Micro. We do need to go ahead and create a key pair. Let's go ahead and create our key pair. We will call this CloudWatch EC2. And we are going to stick with the defaults, the RSA encrypted private and public key pair, and remember we want to use the PEM so we can use Open SSH. We don't want to use PPK for PuTTY. We do have a recent version of Windows, so let's go ahead and stick with our defaults and create the key pair. Once the key pair is created, it will download. We do have it downloaded. And we want to make sure that we can access this. So we are going to allow SSH traffic on port 22. For this particular instance, we can go ahead and just say anywhere right now. We don't need to change that. If we were going to do a more secure environment, we would. But for this particular instance, let's just go ahead and say anywhere. We can also do SSH traffic if I want to set up a small web page, but I don't want to do that right now. 8 gigs is given to us free in our root volumes of our SSD storage, elastic block storage. That is the default. That is free. Again, we want to keep everything as free as possible. Everything looks good. We've got everything set up. So let's go ahead and say launch our instance. While that is creating, we want to go ahead and go over to our PowerShell and open it up. Again, I like to run it as the administrator just to make sure that we can have a good connection. So you can go down here to PowerShell and click on Run as Administrator. I do have a security group failure, so let's take a look at that, and I will be back momentarily. Everything actually does look good. Once again, I'm sitting behind a firewall where I am, so I'm having to use a VPN. As of right now, the services are not that good where I am, but I will be home soon and the video should run much smoother. But all I did was I turned off my VPN and then I was able to just simply relaunch and everything was corrected. So now that I have that set up, I want to go ahead and move on. We're gonna go ahead and SSH into our EC2 instance. A couple things we need to do is we need to go to our instance and we need to get the IP address off of it. Because I am going to delete these instances, I can go ahead and show you this information, but some of this information, such as the private IP address, is not something you'd want other people to show or see. So let's go ahead and copy our public EC2 instance IP address and head back over to our shell. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and SSH into our EC2 instance, so let's type in SSH-I. I want to give it the name of the key pair, so I will look that up again. Alright, now that I have that typed in, let's continue on. We skip a space and we do EC2-user at, and remember we need to do the IP address, and that's 54.89.169.49. And let's see if this works without any issues. We went ahead and hit the enter button. So far it says this is not known by any other names. Are you sure you want to continue? We're going to type in yes. It added us and we are into it, and let's take a look. We are into our EC2 instance. Now what we want to go ahead and do is we want to install and configure CloudWatch. So let's go to our PowerShell again and type in sudo space yum space update space y. And let's see if we can get that to go ahead and update. It has updated. The next thing we want to do now is we want to repeat some of the command. You can just press the up arrow, then backspace to after yum. And let's go to install, skip a space, -y, skip a space, Amazon, hyphen, CloudWatch Agent, and hit enter. And let's hope everything goes well. It does look like everything is going well. It is installing, and it has installed. So let's go ahead and run the wizard and we will see what happens. For this one, I have already typed out the key, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. It could take a moment. Okay, let's hope that's right. We're going to go ahead and hit enter, and everything does look like it is okay. We want to check to see what we can run. So let's go ahead and just select on one. Trying to fetch the default region based on EC2 metadata. Since this was the first time I set it up, it did have a couple defaults I had to go through. We are going to try this again to see what happens. Let's see if we can get this now. All right, now let's do a dash fetch dash config backslash, and then do dash m space EC2 backslash, and then we will copy and paste some more files. So sorry for the delay, but everything is set up now correctly the way it's supposed to be. Again, sitting behind a firewall using a VPN is not the best thing to do at times, but as you can see, using the console, we were able to do the exact same thing we did using the IaC. We have our logs running and everything is good to go. Sorry for the chops in the video this time. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen again. This has been another video by CloudOpsCentral.net. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like these videos and you want to make sure that you continue to get free videos, no frills, just straight to the point, please like and subscribe so you can catch them when I release them. And have a great day.